shit. I don't know. I think this video will probably talk about like ranking like every character's fan base. And yeah, I'll probably shitting on people. It's pretty fun. Actually, this is not gonna work. I have to change a few things. I'm gonna say like worse. Actually, I'll just say bad. Uh, Bad. Mid. You're fine. Actually good. Who cares? Not worth talking about. Like this is like I'll erase this one. Okay, so like bad doesn't mean like the character itself is bad, but like the fan base is pretty shit. Mid is like you're cool. There's good people in there. There's also like bad people in there. Then like you're good. Like you're actually like a fucking human or something. You're like a somehow a rational human in the anime community. And then like who cares? Not worth talking about. Realistically, that character can be any of these three, but not enough data. Who cares? Dude, I don't remember what the fuck is his name. This is for people from like the Prisoner of the Sky or something. These characters kind of did nothing. This character was a little bit cooler, I feel, but yeah, not worth talking about. I think this is the guy in like chapter one. He was actually a worse person, not a worse character in the one shot. I think this is the girl that like tried to say Monster in their area. They're fine. Um, they're fine. I don't know. I'm cheating. I'll put Termio. I'll count us as Termio. And either way, this guy's probably fine the way he is. Like Termio is just like he's like a cool. He's cool. That's kind of it. This character did nothing. It's nothing worth talking about. Dude, Arthur is such a fucking weird character to talk about. I feel like he can be anywhere in this list, and I can see you make an argument for it. But a problem with Arthur, and like maybe I'll do a separate ranking for Knights because he's like a completely different status in here. Like the thing is, like his name carries a shit ton of weight, and then people kind of like trashed on him for like beating the four demons, and then he like lost like two afterwards. But like he was still really good, right? Like I think in the data book he was like 35 or 40,000. But like that kind of doesn't fucking matter when your opponent is Zeldris, Chandler, Cusack, and Meliodas fucking combined. Like you're not winning that. Like the fact that he even like did that much is kind of crazy. So and like he carries a lot of weight, doesn't do much in Seven Deadly Sins. The way I actually um say is that like they introduced like Arthur Pendragon as like, hey, we actually introduced this character in Seven Deadly Sins, so stop bitching about it in the Four Knights. That's kind of it. Um, Dude, Bond's actually pretty good for the fan base, surprisingly. Like he might be like overrated as a character, but like it's like one or two spots. That's kind of it. Like people kind of bitch about him and Elaine, but I feel like that's more of a like Elaine's problem, and their relationship is boring as fuck too. That's kind of it. I don't think anyone gives a shit about this character. I think she's fine though. She doesn't really do much. Dude, no one gives a shit about this character. It's only me, and I'm like a bad person. So, but like if I'm counting myself, he'd be mid. But if I'm counting other people, he'd be like good. People that actually like this character know he's like actually like probably the nicest guy ever. Um, Dude, no one gives a shit about this character. I think it's kind of cool too. It's like mid. This character's kind of like mid, doesn't? He's like borderline. Who cares? But like he kind of does something. No one gives a shit about this character. There's like one person I feel because he has like the maracas or something. She could be mid. I feel maybe. I'm not sure. Yeah, I feel like if you're just in season one and you didn't really do much, then like no one really gives a shit about you. Maybe here. Maybe here. Actually, yeah, I don't think even people remember her. This guy, who cares? I feel people that actually do get behind him kind of like him, but like he's like a what if character. Uh, Probably mid. Not sure. I feel at the ending of the Seven Deadly Sins, people theorized like Cap is gonna be like the big bad, and I was like, that's kind of stupid. honestly. But like, there's so much stupid shit that happens in Seven Deadly Sins. So like, I can't call people for being stupid for like stupider things have happened before. So I can see why they put it here. But like, still pretty bad idea to do it. Um, Honestly, maybe good. It feels really weird because these two characters are like not really talked about as much as they should be. Big disappointment, honestly. But like people that are behind like that are fans of these characters are usually sensible people. I'll say that much. Dude, Death Eaters, it's fine, maybe. No one really likes them, at least as much. Uh, Maybe I should make a bigger tier. Maybe I should make one that just says like none of data or something. Um, yeah. Should I? I'm not sure. Dude, okay, this is worthless. I feel like these two just mean the same thing, and I'm gonna have like fucking tiers of just people that like borderline no one gives a shit about. Where did I fucking put Death Pierce? Okay, it's right here. It's kind of mid, I guess. Maybe even good, or even. No, but like no one gives a shit about, so it's easier. Same for this character, no one gives a shit. I actually think her magic's pretty cool. Like if I actually rank her obviously I put her like mid as a character, but it doesn't do anything. Then so I actually will be putting even higher. Derry is I kind of want to say bad. Yeah, fuck it, bad. Okay, I'll say Derry. Dude, people like Derry only give a shit about her looks. Like honestly, really frustrating person to deal with in real life. Um, Honestly, her getting Bonsuit killed pisses me off a lot. Like, you know how people always shit on like Tarmiel for getting her killed, but like Tarmiel got in a situation. First of all, it makes sense why he's like that. Second of all, he got into a situation because Jerry kind of like handed Esterosa a free commandment. Like, you guys need to realize that. Like, when Monse like um lock Esterosa down with like a neck hold or something, and then this okay, actually this is even worse now. I remember what happened. Like she was trying to fight him, and then she got like beat the fuck up in like two panels, despite having like similar power levels and shit. Even though power levels are fucking stupid, but like, and then she got okay, so she lost to him, right? And then like Monster fucking like uses his 500 IQ bullshit, and then just like locks him down. And then like he looked like he passed out, and then she decided to walk near him. Like, what the fuck is she think she's gonna plot accomplish? Like, what the fuck? She was actually the one that got Monsby killed. Like, that's like, I mean, that's Rosa too, obviously, but like, she was a big part of it. Uh, Maybe mid. I'm not sure. Zanury's like, she should be in the middle. The end's cool, but like, she should be in the middle between mid and whatever. But doesn't do much to worth talking about. The end's actually good. I feel like her fan base are fine. Like, I feel like she's like because she's one of like the female characters, like in female characters you usually look at three people in terms of like the protagonist side. um so you have like Merlin, Deanne, and Elizabeth, and all three of them have like their kind of like their big issue, but I feel like Merlin's a topic of her own. Elizabeth's like the biggest. It's like she's probably like the biggest letdown in the series, honestly. And then like Deanne will never be as big as a letdown as Elizabeth because she was never hyped up as much. But like she should be still be better, honestly. But she's like a female in the show in the series, and like most of her fans kind of like acknowledge that, and then like she's fine. Most people like most Deanne fans are actually pretty sensible. Who cares? Um, Dude, I don't know. It's actually funny because I think Demon King fanbase are actually kind of good or mid. I'm not sure. They're actually pretty sensible people from what I remember, which is really weird considering how bad he was as a character. This guy who fucking cares. So it was a doctor for season one. This guy is the guy that he got Evil Woman 37, so he gets like an extra L. The end's friend. Who cares? Uh, Dreyfus is probably good. Good or mid. He's fine. People are sensible about him. Dro, I'd just skip around a bit. I'll put Dro and Gossin in the same thing. Like, maybe this is not ranked by the way. Doesn't fucking matter. It's too many characters. So like Joe and Gloxina are like honestly like the almost the same. They're almost like the same character. There's always like pretty obvious. There's always like differences, right? But like they're basically the same character. They basically do the same exact shit. They live and die like doing the same exact thing most of the time. Like in general, they're fine. Gloxina is probably one of the better redemption characters in the series. Like he just it's just not as obvious. So you have to actually read and tell. And Drill does is like a lot less expressive, so he's like a straight downgrade from like a story point because he just doesn't really say much. This kind of sucks. Um, dude, who the fuck is this guy? Elaine fanbase is actually good, surprisingly. I think she's one of the worst characters in the series by far. She's really boring, doesn't really do much, and with the amount of times she actually shows up, she actually doesn't do anything most of the time. Her relationship with Bond is really boring. Honestly, like this is not even talk about like her looks because I feel like if you're talking about like a fairy and a fucking human, you can first of all it's fictional, second of all it's a different race, so I feel like you can kind of kind of scoot over it, and second of all, shouldn't she be getting arrested because she's like 1,000 euro or some shit? But I didn't want to talk about that one. There's a bit fan bases on this in general, kind of good or mid, like like the I guess not really bad part is like it's not really bad. Okay, who cares about this character? This character is nothing. It's but like Elizabeth in general is like the biggest shame, honestly. She's like the biggest shame. So but like most of the Elizabeth fan kind of like recognize that because they probably watch enough shonen to know like females characters doesn't do shit, so it's fine. And Sorsa is probably like good or mid. I don't know, like they hype him up to be like this greatest thing ever, but like he almost is. He's like really close, but like he's probably mid. I'm gonna skip and get to Escanor a bit later. Who cares? Fraudrin's actually good, surprisingly, which is weird. Um, as a character, I place him really high, so there's also some biases. Second of all, he's like the people that are fans of him knows that like he's not hot shit, but like he's like still really integral to the story, so that's where he belongs. Oh, this is gonna be hurting people. I could honestly make a new tier for Escanor. Escanor fanbase might be one of it's not the worst, but like sometimes you just read the shit that they write and you're like, dude, is this guy like fucking for real or is there like AI typing for this person? Like, I mean, like the thing with Escanor is like he's actually a really good person, honestly. Probably one of the better person. Character development is fine. The way, like, so for Escanor, he's one of the character that like the author decided to put more like hype factor into him. Like they decided to give him more hype rather than actual character, which is a good payoff considering like how much like influence he has outside of the Seven Deadly Sin Wars. And it's not like he doesn't have like character on it, right? Like he's kind of fine the way he is to some extent. I mean, I prioritize like character more than hype, but like still fine. I think he's actually like a really nice person, like straight up. But like it feels like the people, well, not people, but like some people that like him, like they want to live their failures like through him and be like, hey, I can be like him too. So, oh my god, it's too far. But like it's like they almost like imagine themselves as the 15 power level weak good for nothing person and feel like they can just get like fucking sunshine and just be like fuck all and just do whatever they want. It's so part of it. Honestly, I'm not sure. I and it's like it's pretty fucking annoying when like you see people like saying shit like praise the sun like anywhere. And I'm pretty sure some people got revenge by just laughing at them for like Escanor versus Meliodas. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Escanor is a case. He's definitely a case study. Colin is good. People just think he's really funny. I feel like I made this too. This is probably like, dude, I should search on my YouTube channel. Um, like, okay, whatever. I'll go this later. Dude, I feel like I revolutionized like Galan and Fraudulent fucking fan base or something. Um, probably better. She's kind of bad though, I'm not gonna lie, but that's nothing. No one cares about this character. Could have been cool, does nothing. Gilfinder is like Gilfinder is almost borderline bad, honestly. Like people just think he has so much like height, but like if you're like relevant in the first half of season one, then who fucking cares? Like, that's how I see him. This guy, he actually got better in the Four Knights, but like I feel like it's kind of maybe here. It pains me to put him here. Like there's so many characters that I just have to say like pains me to put him there. Shit, where is it? Um, oh, see. So like, dude, like, no, never mind. This is fucking Galan, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, I made like 4 videos alone, probably just like making Galan or Fortune like the main character or like the main focus. So I feel like I should get a lot of slack or like maybe even credit for like putting it up there. I don't know. Like Wheelchair Gopher is like the most mythical character in the series, and it's very good that he is. Realistically, I can see him putting mid because like he's like the fucking the Shizu in Naruto, right? Like he only exists in flashback. He fucking like messed around the world. Actually, even more impactful than Shizu by like a lot. Probably stronger than him too. If you're counting like he's probably like top 15, top 20, and like Shizu is not top 15 or 20 in his verse. So there's that. Like there's some people that put him like top 5, but like it's one of those like you kind of can't judge either way. You can say he's top 30 and top 5, and it will be like the both answers to that to dispute that. Be like, hey, you can't tell because he just wasn't there. So in general, probably good. Most of people seems like because he's like a pretty intellectual person, some people actually do seem like that. Dude, Gopher is actually really weirdly like it actually has a good fan base. That's the really surprising thing because this guy is like fucking insane. Season one does some really weird shit. Always been doing weird shit, but like I feel like in the beginning, like so many people like hated him. I'm pretty sure like the English dub voice actor got some shit for like even voicing him, and then like at that point, like many people were just scared to like to say that they like this character, and then as time went on, because his backstory revealed in like what chapter like 210 or 11 or something, and that's like 2/3 into the series. And then at that point, people were like, "Yeah, I hated him for that long. I'm not gonna like this character. Fuck you, man." That was like one half, and the other half like ended up liking him. So like, I feel like yeah, like people that actually accepted like him probably just like were just more mature in general, which is weird. Considering Gopher is pretty fucking weird. Probably mid. Probably mid. Or maybe who cares? Who cares? I don't think anyone really likes her other than maybe me and like 2 other people. Dude, Grimoire is like fucking mid as fuck. Actually, probably in here too. He's mid as fuck. Gila is. I don't know if anyone really likes her that much, honestly. I feel like people say that they like the character, but like you never see them actually rank her anywhere. Maybe good, maybe mid. Not sure. Um, this guy dies for Jericho, and Jericho's a fucking stupid character. So fucking who cares? No one even likes this character. I don't know when. I don't remember who this is. Almost kind of good. Maybe mid, good or mid. Probably good. She kind of does nothing. People just like make jokes about her being like fucking goated. This character is like, what the fuck? Yeah. I mean, okay, I'm pretty sure I put it before. It's fine. Um, mid. I mean, don't care. This is the Halbram. Halbram's even like less relevant. He's even more less relevant than Halbram. Hawk is probably mid. He's fine. He's fine the way he is. WoW just a better character, straight up. He made himself a better character than like Tench. Holy shit, there's a lot. Um, Hellbrim's probably fine. Honestly, I don't really say anything bad about Hellbrim to really put him mid. He's fine. I think he just kind of looks cool, and some people like him, and then like he doesn't really do anything for the rest of the series because he died like 4 times. So who cares? Hendrickson fan base is probably good, maybe. Like people were just kind of mad that like how he could have been so much more, but like it's fine. Oh yeah, people, dude, you guys gotta like fucking remember like in that fucking battle against like the original demons and like fucking archangels shit. He was the one that made it out, so he's a champion. Who cares? I actually think these guys are kind of cool. Dude, Hauser, no, no, fuck. How did I get him grabbing him? Um, Hauser is actually probably one of the better human characters. Like he actually feels like a human. Like if you say Escanor, that's like fucking wrong because he's like on steroids most of the time. Like, are you gonna really look at Escanor and say like, yeah, he feels like a human character? Like, there's no way. There's no like human way that you actually think that he's human. Like he does have human elements though. Like he has fucking eyes and the nose and shit. But, like Hauser's actually like a more like a human that wasn't gifted like bullshit, right? And like he actually worked his way up, never really got in a spotlight, kind of did shit and just like kind of made it out better than most of his peers. Who cares? I think this is the death piercing. Who cares? This guy has a cool armor, but it literally does less than like most people. Dude, I actually like this character like quite a bit, Jenna. She seems like an actually really fun person, but that's kind of it. Nothing worth talking about. Is this fucking Jericho? Oh, this is Bond's sister. Who cares? It sucks for her though. It's kind of bad. Hmm. I should just put all the characters that I don't give a shit about. I don't give a shit about mostly. This is this is fine, but like she's like Elizabeth clone, so I feel like Elizabeth should just take the favorite. Ruin's cool shit, but doesn't do much. Rita's whatever. Matrona is. No one really remembers her. Dude, there's so much irrelevant characters now I think of it. Dude, this guy might be one of the most boring character ever. Does nothing. I think this is like I don't remember which kid is this from. I don't know if even no, dude. So many of these characters that doesn't do anything. It's actually crazy. I think this is like the vampire with gout or some shit, but dude, I can't even see this. It's so dark. Damn it. Yeah, might as well just remove all the irrelevant or characters that I think like who gives a shit. Dude, there's so much of them character I think like my screen's like this is Derry's sister, but who cares? Who cares? Merlin Starter was kind of cool. Like he's like a concept. He's not a character. That's it. He just exists and kind of it. Actually, if I'm doing that, is Tarmiel here? Where the fuck is Tarmiel? If I'm doing that, I feel like it's not fair to put this guy at mid. I feel like these two should be right beside each other. They don't do anything. They kind of look cool though. Here's holy shit. So much character doesn't matter. Um, she's kind of bad. I'm not gonna lie. She has glasses. It's kind of cool. This character does not matter. This is like a big shame character. Could have been more. Does nothing. Does nothing. Does nothing. Oh my god. Pump does nothing. Nervasta doesn't really do much. Like, okay, honestly, I might just put her because people actually do remember her as a character because of her certain size. Doesn't do anything, kind of a bitch. Just kind of it. I think this guy's still alive. I don't know how, but he's still alive. This guy's nothing. Um, Nashi's like one of those characters. Like, I'm not gonna talk about Fortnite because his Fortnite's like feats or whatever doesn't really fucking matter. But like he's one of those characters that you always wonder what he was gonna do. He ended up doing like nothing. He's like the same thing as Arthur, but like Arthur kind of did more, and like he has the name behind him. The Nashi name literally means like fucking mystery or like nothing. So yeah, this guy doesn't matter. I think this is Jericho, right? Dude, as much as I shit on fucking Escanor, Jericho part's probably worse than Escanor. She actually never like really accomplishes anything. I mean, she did things, right? But like, it's really not impressive as a character, individual. If you look at her, like, if you just like, Okay. So people like Jericho because of her looks. Like if they say otherwise, they're probably just lying, or they're like the part of like the 2 or 3% people that actually like her for development. If real dialogues, you wouldn't like her. She's actually really annoying, really fucking weird as well. She was like 7 or 6, like proposing to adult people, and like pretty can be a pretty annoying personality as well. Just doesn't really do much. It's kind of it. Like honestly, I actually think she's a tier worse than Derry and Escanor fans. I'll be honest. And she's like her fan base got like a lot worse in Fortnite. It's not funny, dude. This is gonna be a really spicy take. I can't believe that I actually put him here. It's really funny. He's actually Rudiso. I feel like on average actually has a good fan base. Like people are actually sensible, which is crazy considering this guy is like a fucking like mass murder bullshit whatever he's pulling off. Like I don't know how that makes sense, but like he's like he's like obviously like a person that does like really bad things. It's like not even like debatable. But like so like a lot of people around him were a piece of shit too. Like you have fucking Meliodas that's like a fucking piece of like tyrant asshole whatever. But like he gets all the flack for it. So, like but like I feel like people that actually understand philosophy are usually pretty smart people. Which is kind of saying something because you look at his things and you're like, this guy's crazy. This guy's goes here. This guy goes right beside this guy. Actually, what the fuck? Where did he go? Whatever, doesn't matter. So much it doesn't matter. This guy goes here too. Dude, Zarathos is like the coolest character that nobody likes. What the fuck? Okay, good. Okay, get rid of this. He's probably mid, honestly. He should be honestly maybe here, but like, kind of does his job, looks cool. A relevant season one character that doesn't show up, unfortunately. That's kind of it. People that like him are like, dude, people only like this character because they like Bond, and he's fine. He's fine the way he is. Um, this character's hard mid too. They just think he looks really funny. Man, I kind of agree with that. Veronica actually might be. It's actually really funny because like there was Veronica, Margaret, and Elizabeth, and it turns out this character does fucking nothing. She had no role in the war. It was so funny. Typical fans are pretty bad, honestly. Probably even worse than Jericho because there's actually nothing to go off this character. There's actually nothing, like straight up. There is nothing to go off this character that makes him like fine. Good or fans are probably they're probably good. Maybe towards mid because she actually doesn't really do much, but she's fine. Slater fans are fucking cool. I feel no one. Maybe he's also one of those who cares, not worth talking about, but like he's pretty fucking cool. This guy could have been cool. Doesn't do anything. Also, fans are probably mid, maybe good or mid. I'm not sure. Like I feel it's the same case as like also and this guy are like the same exact. I mean, what it's their in reincarnation, so like that's true. But second of all, it feels like they're like the same subset of characters. Chicago fans are good. I feel he gets a good placement because he's a fine character. Paleo fans, oh my god, I'm so sad. I love him as a character, but like he's probably like who cares? No one really gives a shit about him, unfortunately. Should be mid or good though, if you had like more talking about. Margaret is Margaret's like mid, I guess. Like people only like her because of Rudisil, so like all that, like he kind of takes credit for it. So like she's get left of mid. I think that's fine. Most Fate fans are like good or a mid, maybe good. Like the really bad thing I can say is like people kind of like say like he's another one of those what he should have been character, but like it's fine. It's fine because they really just fucked him over. Wild is cool. Wild gang is fucking crazy. Like I feel like everyone that likes him just kind of like Like everyone kind of like overrates the shit out of him, but then as time goes on, people realize like, yeah, we actually weren't overrating rating him at all. He's actually that good, which I feel is really funny. He's like, yeah, this guy's actually that good. Um, oh my god, dude, King is actually really bad. Dude, King's fan base, like, I actually can't believe season one he was fine. Season one he was like the characters that like he has a fuck ton of flaws, but when he stepped up, he looked really cool, and he's, I guess, a good person, kind of pervert, whatever, etc. But like, he's like a really infuriating character to deal with. I mean, like this guy, he killed his best friend like 3 or fucking 4 times. He killed him 3 out of 4 times, man. Like, I don't. Actually, it might have been 4 out of 4. I'm not sure, but like, I feel like if you're debating if you killed your friend 3 or 4 times, then like you're probably a pretty bad friend in general. Also, he gets pissed off at like everything, and people say like, yeah, I can totally relate to him. I was like, why would you want to relate to a person that gets fucking pissed off all the time? And you know what? He's actually really similar to Derry, but and even Derry is actually more mature than him, like by quite a bit. You'll think it's like, and also his like love story with Deanne is also pretty fucking weird. I actually think it's more weird than Bonnie Lane. That's a hot take, but I mean, it's not saying much because all of them are kind of fucking weird. But yeah, he gets pissed off at everything really easily, and it's really fucking annoying. And people say they relate to him, and then usually when I see them like type for like a fucking keyboard, I'm like, dude, this guy's gonna be a this or maybe girl, this person's gonna be a nightmare. And usually it's a it's right. It's really funny too because I was like, why would you? Because okay, let's say there's like times like I'm like on like Reddit or something, just like talking to people. And then I was like, would you really want to relate to like King? He gets pissed off all the time, and they're like, yeah, you're actually right on that, but like, I still like him as a character. I'm like, that's totally fine. You can like him the way it is, but I was like, I don't want you to relate to him, man. He's like, it's a fucking walking time bomb, dude. Oh my god. Muscle is good. Maybe mid. Dude, you guys are way too horny. People are way too horny, so I had to drop him. Merlin, I feel like she's like maybe in the same tier as Brutus still, honestly. I feel like they're both really complex character that never got fully developed or invested in as a character. But like some people are like I guess being horny for Merlin for appearances, you can see why, but like I feel that's kind of racist what she actually brings to the table. So that's kind of it. But I feel like she's still most of her families are fine the way it is. I'll leave Meliodas for last. Actually, I'll leave. Dude, this doesn't exist. No one likes this character. There's maybe like 2 people. Actually, I think Vivian's fighting style is actually really cool, but like she's fucking too crazy. Supreme Deity fan base are non-existent, honestly. Maybe mid. Like people just rate her based on Demon King, and then she somehow became worse, and that's kind of it. Sorry, Otarmi are mid. Like they're cool characters. They actually don't really do much in the story. It's kind of it. People prefer Saria more than Tarma because of reasons, but like they're kind of the same character in general. Dude, who do I have? Oh, I have these 3 left. That's gonna be fun. Um, I'll talk about Zeldris first. I feel he's like the more recent. Zeldris fan base are pretty fucking bad, honestly. Oh my god. I like he's actually pretty bullshit in terms of power scaling. He went from like 61,000 to like fighting gods and shit with like without commandment and like the without the god power. But like Curse by Light is probably one of the most like prop. It's like the it's Curse by Light is an anti-propaganda, anti-goddess propaganda movie. It actually is. It's actually unbelievable how stupid a movie turned out to be. It could have been coded. Like honestly, if they made a movie about Melis and Zeldris, they should have made it based on like the fucking like the Behemoth or Behemoth or whatever the fuck you call it. Like they just fight it and then like Melis gains trust from like his demons because he fucking killed all of them like 3,000 years ago. But like it had to be Zeldris versus the Supreme Deity for God knows why. Like and like people think like Zelda's like a tsundere and shit. I mean, that's kind of true, but like he was also like a pretty big piece of shit. Like, it was at a point that like fucking Russo felt remorse for his action, but Zeldris never ever did. At least in the Seven Deadly Sins. I think you can argue it in the Four Knights, but like he never did, right? Like he was gonna fight his dad regardless. Regardless to enslave a kingdom, killed a shit ton of people. But he wasn't as bad as Meliodas. I'll say that much. Like as a person, but still pretty fucked up. Understandable why he's fucked up like that, but like I mean, eh. Mao is actually pretty bad as well. Dude, Mao, like most people talk about Mao as like the power scaling, which is pretty true. Like, fuck, where is it? I try to go to here. I'll go back to my shitty YouTube channel. So like the thing is about Mao is like he's like the greatest character to be not show his full potential. Dude, actually, fuck, this is limited too slow. Like Miles, this video when I was looking for panels, it actually pisses me off because there are so many like statements and then things that said like Mao is actually that strong, but then he just never get to show it. And then they had to like somehow give it to Escanor, which made no sense. I mean, they could have make it make sense, right? I'm sure talk about it a bit more, but like they just like stopped. They just like they were like, yeah, we just can't let you in the store. We're just gonna make you leave, right? And it's like it was like part of one of the worst excuses ever. Like Esco was set to die like a long time and stuff. But like the thing is like the big argument you can say is like, well, guess what? Escanor actually fucking did it and Mao did not. And like another, I guess like an argument that can support that is like, well, the story just said he's the strongest archangel and Bravo Meldas, but like you can just turn the pencil around and say like he's the worst archangel and like he loses to like like random red demons, which he did lose to them in the movie, right? So like like Sunshine just made like both of these characters like fucking disasters, and it sucked because Mao could have been like Mao like Mao before like beating Zeldris was like a he's like a almost perfect character, right? But then after he just fucking sucked. And like honestly, power scaling wise, he's actually I think he's really close to the third Hokage Prime, like Hiruzen. But you just never get to see him do shit, so like who fucking knows? But yeah, this fan is gonna get pretty bad, honestly. Like people just like if you if if this exists in real life, you see the people like you just see like Escanor fans and Mile fans in the back alley just like stabbing each other or some shit. Actually, that sounds really funny, but yeah, I feel I can see that. But what else is he worse than King? Maybe not. Maybe not. I think King personality is the worst, but like fuck, I don't know how to open Python, but like the thing about Moas, I feel like people that actually don't understand this character. I feel most of the character that I have in the bad fan base, they actually don't understand the character most of the time. I think they don't understand King, Moas, Escanor especially. People don't understand Escanor. It's actually so they actually have such a bad understanding of what that character actually brings to the screen. It's actually really funny. But like I mean like it's not mandatory to enjoy like you don't need to understand a character to enjoy, right? I mean, I feel like that's like the point of Escanor, but like at the same time, like it's also really funny to people like, yeah, have him as number one all time as my character, and they don't understand shit about the character. Mao too, but Mao is like Mao is like a lot of psychological thing to talk about. But back to Maldas, it's really funny because like Maldas is like the best way I can say it is like you know the quote like you either live like a hero or no, you either die a hero or or live long enough to become a villain. And like the best way to say that is like he took that and used like his full counter on it. Well, like, I mean, like if you're a bad person and you become good, that's good. If you're bad and you become good, that's good. But like he still did a lot of fucked up shit, right? Like, do people not remember that? And it's also pretty funny because like Maldas actually shits on himself pretty often in the story. But like the thing is like the people around him and like I guess some readers, I guess his fans, I'll say his fans most in general, they're like, yeah, but like you're the fucking goat now. And then he's like, okay. And it's like, yeah, I'm doing this just to atone my sins or something. And then he beats the shit out of his like opponents and stuff. Which I mean, like, I guess he's doing something good, but like, yeah, this guy was fucking ruthless, man. And then I mean the other excuse is like he was emotionless and emotionless and like, oh, sorry, emotionless. Holy fuck, I said that wrong like 3 times. But like, that's like fucking stupid, dude, though. Like, if you're telling me that Cap was controlling Arthur the entire time, does that mean that he didn't kill a single person in the story? Like, does it mean he's like an innocent little boy or something? Like, fuck no, man. What the fuck is your moral metric? It's actually, like, actually, it's like crazy. I mean, people also talk about like him being a PDF file and like a pervert. First of all, he's probably not a pervert. He liked the same person for like thousands of years, and the PDF file was like a really weird. Or I mean, it's not weird. I mean, it definitely makes sense because we live in the 21st century. But like, I rank like mass murder and PDF file like both as really really bad. So like like I mean I feel like for a PDF file people just like know automatically, but if you're murdering someone and you can find a reason, sometimes people are like, yeah, that's totally fine. I'm like, what the fuck? I mean like there is reason to everything, but like I feel like what happened happened, man. Like you still gotta like fucking like kick the bucket and tell the people, yeah, you're a bitch. It's kind of it. I don't know. Also, power scaling Melnos can be he's like the characters that get wanked a lot, but like it's reasonable, and then those people just become like really obnoxious because they live their failures um through this character success, and then they be like, yeah, I'm a Melnos man, so I'm a successful person now. It's actually probably worse than Escanor. It's kind of it. I don't know. Holy fuck, that might have been really toxic, and I hope it was. I hope actually people actually get really upset by that, by me like shitting on these fan favorite characters. Also the PDF file versus mass murder. There should be no excuse for both. Fuck you guys.